Welcome to Miss May on Mondays.
And you're watching Artisan News.
So, can you guys, how are you guys enjoying your New York City trip so far?
It's been crazy, man. We just went to Spotify, running around doing a bunch of press. It's awesome. It's a little cold, but we been drinking a lot of coffee, staying warm.
So, could you guys tell me about the first time you're in New York City?
Oh, the Irving?
We played with Devil Wears Prada and Day to Remember.
Yep. On a Sweetbrag tour back in 2009. It was our first time ever in New York City. First time playing here, too. I've never been to the city, so it was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And what's your favorite New York City moment that you've ever had?
In a band? On our band?
Anytime.
I went to, from 2011 to 2012, the New Year's there, I went to Times Square for the ball drop. That was probably my favorite time in New York City. It was chaos.
I don't even know. Like, every time's pretty much the same.
We went out to... What about that one bar? We had free drinks from that Andy's friend.
Well, we went to...
Yeah, me and him went to David Letterman.
D. Snyder was on it.
Yeah.
Or Howard Stern.
Howard Stern.
Sorry.
It was actually his 1000th episode. We were at that show. It was pretty cool.
So, tell me some of the more embarrassing things about you guys people might not know that you would only confess in a cab in New York City.
Oh my gosh.
Embarrassment.
I'm a believer. That's pretty embarrassing. I like the Biebs.
When did you start listening to the Biebs?
Actually, I do remember exactly when. It was on the AP tour, 2012. So, and I saw him in concert actually in New York City last time I was here.
What's your favorite Bieber song?
As Long as You Love Me. Yep, I love that song. What's it, dude?
I have a Tinder.
Have you met anyone?
Oh, I meet people everywhere.
Have you gotten lucky so far? Have you gone on any dates?
When I was back at home, I tried it out, but it's a little awkward, so I don't know. No, not really. To me, it's more of just a game. It's like, shuffling the cards, you know what I mean? Like, you see a cute girl, you're like, all right, I'm going to accept her. And then you hit the button, and then she doesn't match with you, and you're all bummed out. So. Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing.
When you do match, do you what's your opening line? Do you just tell them hey, by the way, I'm in this band called Miss May I?
It really depends. Honestly, I'm a believer in the wait. Usually if you wait long enough, they'll hit you up because, if you hit them up right off the bat, that's what every dude does.
I thought you were saying the weight as how big they were. I'm they're weighing.
No, I'll match with. I don't really take it that serious. I'm, you know what I mean. It's like I said, it's more of like a game. Like if I'm gonna meet a girl, I'm gonna meet her hanging out somewhere. You know what I mean? Not hey, what's going on? So do you want to meet up?
Are all your photos band photos you on stage?
No.
That's what I would think. If I was man, I'd make a Tinder just the coolest pictures.
But you can only take the photos that you have on Facebook. So, you know what I mean? So it's you got what you got. You know what I mean? If you got 10 photos, we'll pick one. You know what I mean? So I guess that's kind of embarrassing. Not really though, because I feel like a bunch of people will use that shit. But it's whatever.
And is there any sort of irrational fear that you guys just kind of freak out when you see or hear?
I'm terrified of spiders.
I really hate when for some reason when I rub my hands together, when right now it's fine, but bare hands, I get goosebumps. It's kind of weird. It's not phobia. It's not phobia, obviously, but it's a weird thing that happens. I don't like being in tight spaces though.
What are you talking about, bro?
I mean, this is fine. This is all good. Ah! No, this is fine. But if I were in I don't know, just crawl space or something like that, I'd freak out.
What's that one thing? Is it mint or sour stuff makes you sneeze?
Sour stuff makes me sweat.
Yeah, that's weird. That's justy.
And my favorite ice cream is mint chocolate chip, if you wanted to know.
Just give us your whole Tinder profile, huh?
Yeah.
My Tinder profile
That should
actually.
be your description. Sour stuff makes you sweat.
No, like I said, it's funny. So like I put stupid shit in there, like my Tinder profile now is I pee in the shower, just to let everybody know, just because, you got to be honest with people while you're on Tinder.
I agree with you. I'm a fellow shower urinator.
Yeah, dude, you have to. It just happens. The water starts running, you're just like, okay, here it's go time.
What's your favorite place to visit in New York City when you're out here?
I like Artichoke, the pizza place. That is my favorite pizza place. There's only a couple here, yeah.
I don't really know. Like, I've never really been here like long enough to really experience the city for what it is. But I went to a Yankees game, which was pretty cool. I'm a Reds fan, so don't think that I actually like the Yankees. But hitting the ballpark was cool, and taking the train there, and I did it all by myself from Hoboken. So it was kind of cool. It was like my own little trip or whatever. It was nice.
Have you guys ever taken the New York subway?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about.
What do you think of it down there?
It smells like exhaust. It smells like China. That's what China smells like. China
Yeah, it
smells
does.
like what the New York subway is.
Have you guys been to China?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how I describe it. Everyone's like, how was China? I'm like, you ever been in the subway? Because that's what it feels like.
Dude, this part is totally in that video game, The Godfather.
Oh, okay. What's that building?
Like, I race through here all the time. Like, trying to get to my dude's house and pick up a new thing to do.
Oh, it's Grand Central Terminal.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that makes sense. This is where I Am Legend was too, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he
There's a lot
sees
of
the
movies
guy
here.
and he's like, "What are you doing? How did you get out here?"
Is there anywhere in New York City that you guys really want to visit you just haven't had a chance to yet?
I want to see. Well, I've been past it on a ferry once. I want to see Statue of Liberty.
That'd be cool.
I love it. It's really. It's a lot smaller than I thought when I was like on a boat past it, but I want to see it in person.
I'd like to go to the Empire State Building, like on top of it or whatever, and do that. Yeah, that'd be sweet. I would like to hit the Mets ballpark too, just because
Oh yeah,
I'm trying to do this thing in my life where I like hit every single baseball stadium,
that'd be awesome.
which I'm not like anywhere close to achieving right now, but I've hit a few, so that'd be kind of cool.
First time I came to New York was actually I was with our old bass player Joe when we were a local band, and we were talking to this girl on MySpace, and then we got her on iChat, and she was a babe, and we ended up. She said something. She was talking to my friend Joe, but she's like, yeah, if you guys come over, and she lived on what's the island?
Staten Island.
Yeah, she lived on Staten Island, and we're like, fine, it's only 9 hours, and we jumped in the car that night. It was a school night, and we drove all the way to New York City. And I remember calling my mom on their ferry the next day. She's like, school just called and said you're not at school. I'm like, I'm in New York City, Mom. I'm like, I drove here last night with Joe. And he went to hang out with that chick. And he ended up driving the whole time. So, no, we were driving off and off, but he was so tired, or he got sick and felt like so tired he slept at her apartment. And I just went around the city with that girl, and it was the first time in New York. She showed me all these stores and stuff. But it was like, that was my first time here, and I was like, this is such a random, crazy story.
That's so awesome.
It happened.
Winging it.
Would you guys ever consider living in New York City, or is there a city that you guys would want to live in?
I would never live here now.
I would live here. This is
I
my
would live here if I got like a crazy job here. Yeah, I'd live here. But being from Ohio, where I'm from, it's a little too much. I don't know. I like bigger cities. Don't get me wrong. I really would love to live in a city, but not like as much hustle and bustle as it is here.
This is my wife's #1 place that she wants to live, so I'll probably at least live here for at least like a year in my life, just to try it out for her. I think New York's awesome. I would live here. It is chaos, and I know it's super expensive, so I'll probably live in a closet, but it'd be cool. A closet with no air conditioning, and I've seen apartments here. I know how it is.
How does New York compare to Ohio?
Oh,
Like New York City.
Yeah. Or New York State, New York City.
I mean, upstate
Expensive.
New York isn't really much different from Ohio, I guess. It's, is in New York, but New York City's, I mean, obviously, there's nothing like this in Ohio, and that's why I'm just not used to it. You know what I mean?
We're really spread out.
Driving through here, like, especially if you're coming down here with, like, a van and a trailer, man, it's a animal for sure. I did that this morning, actually.
What's your favorite city to just hang out in or play? Or
Denver's my favorite city to hang out. That's my favorite city. Probably in the U.S.
I like Seattle.
Oh, yeah, Seattle's cool.
Why?
Denver, for me, it's, I like it because it's, you can walk around everywhere downtown. I feel like there's not really scary parts that at least I've seen, and it's like really clean and everything. Their mall is all of downtown, so everything's outdoors. You're not really like stuck in any buildings, and I just think that's great. And the cityscape, or like just the landscape, if you anywhere you look, you just got like mountains in the background. It's just a beautiful place. The air is clear. It's awesome.
It's kind of the same reason.
Seattle.
Seattle's a huge city, but it's got this, like, I don't know, like, people are really nice out there still, and you know, I love seafood and stuff, so that's a plus. And I don't know, there's just a lot of stuff you can do. You know, you go 25 miles, 30 miles, you know, east, you're in the mountains and going skiing and whatnot, and then you can go out to the ocean. You go a little bit down south, you're in Portland, you know, you can go hiking. I'm an outdoorsy type of guy.
It feels like, I don't know, it almost feels like impossible that there's so many people here that there actually are. Like, you just
I know,
pass
I
by all
see
these
everybody. I'm
people.
like, where do you all sleep?
I just think it's really cool that it's like it's kind of like a, you know, a mecca here in a way. It's like, this is the East Coast mecca, and then you got the West Coast Los Angeles mecca. It's cool. I mean, it's cool too, like, looking at all the, I know Levi's into this a lot, but like the fashion of people, because it's like what people are wearing out here is like what the trend is.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is.
It takes about 8 months for it to make itself to Ohio.
What do you like about fashion?
What do I like?
Yeah.
I like the art aspect of it. I just like art stuff and advertising. I think it's cool that there's this group that meets in London everyone, anyone, like all the big, like Gap, Versace, every big chain, like Macy's, all that, they meet in Paris every year, and they do they like make the fashion for that year. So they'll be like, okay, this year yellow's gonna be what's in, and they pick. And I just think that's amazing because it's just cool that art can like sort of like brainwash people for like a season. I just think that's amazing because it's like, if someone's wearing yellow and that's the thing, all these people made that happen. And
Same thing with the music industry.
Yeah.
Would
If
you
they're gonna say this is big, like EDM, like that was probably a huge marketing thing. Like, this is gonna be the big thing for the next 5 years, and it's just like, let's make it happen.
your own clothing line?
And it's good. I do all the designs. It's fun. It's all positive stuff, which is really different now because like the negative stuff's what's popular, but we haven't really. It's not our thing, so it's been cool. It's good.
Why do you choose the positivity over the negativity?
That's the kind of guy I am. It's what I want the brand to represent. Is just positivity and like ambition, and just to keep following through with stuff. Sort of how like Nike has to just do it and everything. They don't really ever release negative shirts or anything. It's always just positive. So yeah.
What about you? What's your type of clothing?
Honestly, I'm really like simple. Like when
You
it
love
comes
simple stuff.
when it comes to clothes. I mean, don't like I like looking like presentable and good and stuff like that. Like, you know, I don't like wearing. I mean, I will, but I don't really like wearing things that are just like absolutely ridiculous together. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like a girl or anything, but I don't know. Clothes are cool. It's like Levi said too. It's kind of crazy how like, and you know how like fashions they make them, but at the same time they also come back. So, you know, like
It's all pre-designed.
like now the tight you know, the pants with the tight like leg at the bottom and stuff like that, like that was like, you know, that's like MC Hammer type stuff, you know. It's just not as crazy, you know what I mean? And it's funny, like, you know, my mom's really into like clothes and all that stuff. She's like, yeah, you know, style like right now is like, seems like the 80s are coming back and like all this stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, well, you know, it's the same thing with music.
Are we in
like,
Central Park?
So
I believe so.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Sorry, I was just confused
That's
because
all right.
I've never been here before.
Oh, what do you think
I
of
saw-
Central Park?
Dirty.
I didn't know there's trees. I didn't know there's trees. And yeah, it looks pretty dirty. There's some trash and some spikes.
I actually walked through Central Park. Yeah, I went by myself and I was just like, you know, I've never been. I want to go. So I was just walking through it and I was just like, wow, this is not
Cool.
cool. Like, I mean, it is cool because it's a huge park in the middle of the city, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's just a lot of people just laying around the grass, you know, like
Is it closed?
a lot of trash and stuff.
Oh, I believe they close it after a certain time, but yeah, it's pretty open most of the time. I know, you know, you can really just sort of wander around. There were, especially in like the 70s and 80s, a lot of like robberies and stuff around there. It's
Oh
just
yeah,
so isolated.
I'm sure too. Still, like, you know, like at night going through there, you don't want to do that.
And,
The crazies come out.
Yeah, right. What towns have your favorite architecture?
I
thought Prague
really?
was really cool.
Oh yeah, town.
Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, Prague's where we did those steps, right? That we walked forever.
Yeah.
Prague was definitely the coolest. We walked across this bridge with like huge cast iron, beautiful statues, and it was incredible.
I was there. I've seen
Yeah,
it.
you know
It's
what I'm talking about.
incredible.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
can't even.
God.
You take a picture and you're bummed out because the picture doesn't do justice.
Did you guys go to that giant clock while you were there? I forgot if it was in Hungary or Czech Republic, but
I think I know what you're talking about.
the like astrological clock or astronomical clock. So it was just like this enormous clock in the center of the town, and it had like 8 different actual clocks on it with these elaborate carvings, and every
Oh,
hour
maybe not.
like something would come out of it,
crap.
and it had been there since like the 1600s or something.
Damn.
That's awesome. No, I have not seen that. That's incredible.
What kind of cars do you drive? Just out of curiosity.
I got a Ford Focus.
I drive a 2001 Impala. Not too fancy. Good and reliable though.
Hey, that works.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a car guy, but I mean, I've got like a few cars that I would really like to have. Like,
What would be your dream car?
I mean, if I could have my dream car, I'd probably be like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something. But like, if I could have like a pretty normal car, but something I would really want, like a WRX that's kind of like souped up with, like, put some stuff together. I don't know, it'd be cool. I don't know much about cars, like I said, but
No more than me. How about you, Levi? If you could get your dream car, what would it be?
Dream car. I would like any kind of like 8 class BMW. I think it'd be cool. Not too fancy, but fast and like normal looking. 'Cause I almost don't like the too sporty look, because then you stick out. But it's like, oh, I'm in a sedan. Psych. We got 700 horsepower.
What's your favorite mode? Like, do you get excited when you go on planes or trains or buses or boats or?
Buses? I hate flying.
I don't really like. I think it's really cool when we get on like a ferry.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you do a long ferry crossing, like we did one in Japan that was like 6 or 7 hours. So like, it was kind of cool. I'd never been out on the ocean like that ever. So it was pretty cool.
It was a huge ferry. It was like a freaking cruise ship.
One time when we were crossing the English Channel, there was a massive storm, and
Level 10.
yeah, it was like the biggest storm of the year of last year. Like, and we were on this boat, and I was like, man, this is gonna be intense. So we get on this boat, and you know, the windows are probably like, I would say, maybe like 20 to 25 feet above sea level, or like above, you know, the ocean or whatever. And there was waves like hitting the windows, man. Like, legitimately, like a wave would hit the boat, and the whole boat would just be like, the sound was intense. Like,
And it was like,
it's like, whoa. And I went out onto the deck. It was like 60, 70 mile an hour winds, and I'm like, yes! I felt like Lieutenant Dan in Forrest Gump when he's up in the crow's nest when, you know, like they're doing the shrimping, and he's like yelling at God or whatever. Like, you can't get me! Like, I literally felt like that. It was crazy. It was cool. It was really, really cool.
I remember we took videos, me and Justin did out on the deck, and the videos just like Justin's hat's flying off. We're just like,
Like the mists coming out hitting you in the
it was
face.
so
It was
crazy.
cool.
Were you
That
guys
was-
nervous at all?
Yeah, I was a little nervous.
Yeah, because there was a time, well, it wasn't that long ago, that they had the same kind of storm, and a ship went down, and like there was only casualties was from anyone who stayed down in the parking things, because those are just completely sealed off. They tell you not to stay down there, but a lot of our guys didn't want to get out of the bus, and they wanted to sleep, so they stayed down there. So the whole time I was like, if anything happens, like, our dudes are just so screwed, and it just scared me. Other than that, though.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, we'll just stay in here. And when we got back into the bus, they were like, dude, we definitely were freaking out. Like,
Yeah, because they're in the water.
especially
They're, like,
especially down there. It had to be so loud when the waves were hitting the side of the boat.
And if anything happened, that's what's going to fill up with water. Like, it's terrifying.
Yeah, they have like watertight doors down there, so if it starts flooding, like they're not going to open it to save you. They're going to save everybody else. So
Because you're not supposed to be there.
yeah, exactly.
All right.
So